Guys, we need to talk. We need to talk about something called solo leveling. This story is legit. It's legit. So I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 so far, but I got some major questions. Like, we need to get some answers to these. This is going to cover spoilers up to chapter 138 of the light novel. So if you're not there, you're going to want to get there and then come back to this. Okay, so for those of you who are still sticking around, who have read the light novel up to this point, first thing, this isn't that important, but he was saying he hasn't raided in a while, he hasn't leveled up in a while since Jeju Island, but he soloed a red gate, the one that was blocking traffic. It wasn't red, but right when he went in it turned red, and that lady's like, oh, I cursed him, now he's gonna die because of it. And then he was just in and out, already out, before she could even feel bad. And time flows differently in red gates. A day outside's like a week inside. And he just blitzed this thing. And then he's just like, hey, could I borrow that potato sack? Like, I was like, you want to buy some potatoes? He's like, no, just give me the sack. Probably was an industrial sized potato sack too. He fills it to the brim with crystals and then brings it back for Eugene Ho and their guild. So I know he's OP, but is it like a red gate doesn't even register to him anymore? He doesn't even remember that he went and soloed it? Well, whatever. Still. And we also didn't find out anything that happened in there. It was just like so quiet, and now it's as if he doesn't even remember it. So I don't know if they're hiding something that happened in there. Did he get a new Shadow Warrior? Did he see more ice elves or something, you know? Maybe? Because I know he couldn't extract that ice elf Baruch's shadow, so maybe he found another awesome being in there. Although Baruch is pretty weak compared to some of the ones we've seen recently. Anyways, next is when that kid, man, this is killing me. The mystery gets so deep here. When that kid goes into the art supply locker and he's pulling out those statues for the teacher and whatnot, and he finds that, he says it's a sealed gate. He said they normally look like that once they've been sealed. It's like black and got crystalline over it and stuff like that. And I don't know if we should take that kid's word as meaning anything. He's obviously not a gate expert. But if that's what they look like after they close, then what about that one that he closed in the middle of traffic? Even though he cleared it, you know. What is it, just a big black gate in the middle of the street now? So that's kind of weird. Maybe the construction crews come and destroy it or something, but whatever. But there's a lot of interesting things about that. First of all, if there was a gate that was in this kid's school, he should have known about it. You would have seen that on the news or something, like, hey, a gate opened up in a school. Even if it was 10 or even 15 years ago, they should have known or heard that a gate had opened up and been closed within their school. You know, if the kid was a prospect student there, or he was already attending there or something, someone should have known that there was a gate there. So if no one ever announced that, I don't know, it's kind of sketchy. For a closed gate to be in there, nobody know anything about it. But it gets even crazier, because that little black gate, it sounds just like the one that Song Jin-woo uses when he goes and does the shadow exchange. And it sounds just like the one that crazy guy used on the Jeju Island, who teleported in and out, and then who put all those soldiers to sleep. Alright, let me back up. Let me try to put this in more chronological order. I just got so many questions here, and I'm stoked to get to the bottom of them. So let's see. First, that gate in the closet. It must have been super old, because you would think that they would have heard of it sometime being a gate in that school. Or it's just a different kind of gate that I think somebody must have used. So let's get a little further into this. And the timing is always so crazy in this one. I think the system is messing with Song Jin-woo, because right when he enters that other gate, these kids find this black gate and these orcs start wreaking havoc in Jin Ah's school, his sister's school. Alright? Oh man. The timing, it's too much. And yeah, the one he entered was like a 10-story building sized gate. That's nuts. And if that thing turns red, oh, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. What would happen if you entered an S gate, and then that turned into a red gate. Would it even turn red? Is it already red? No, it's not red already, but I don't know, man. It's crazy. Alright, so enough fanboying. Let me try to predict what's gonna happen here. Here's the question. Is it the system? Like, has it been obeying? Does the system itself obey a certain set of rules or laws, kind of like the laws of physics, but it can just break them if it wants to mess with Songjin? Honestly, I don't know. So let's discuss the worst case scenario. Jin Ah, Songjin-woo's sister, gets seriously hurt or kidnapped. She's definitely not going to get killed. There's no way she's going to get killed. She's too kawaii. So, yeah, she could get seriously hurt, but I think these orcs are going to kidnap her. And then if that happens, undoubtedly, Jinwoo is going to lose it. I mean, lose it. Like, end of the world, bound to happen type stuff. It's going to be nuts. So I wonder if the system, you know, wants Sung Jin-woo to have like a crazy change of heart and unleash some like Majin Vegeta type crud, or, you know, what does it want? Or next thing you know, it's gonna be like Sung Jin-woo Sasuke Mangekyo Sharingan type scenario. Oh no, it's too much. It's too much. Can't have a Sasuke Itachi thing in here. No. Or what if his sister gets like, I don't know. Let's see, Queen of the Orcs or something. No, that's not gonna happen. But the Sasuke Majin Vegeta thing might happen. So he would definitely have super emotions going off if that something happened to his sister. Oh, it's too much, and that timing. You know something's up. Something is sketchy. Major sketchy, bruh. Straight up hella sketchy. That timing. Right when he goes into the 10-story gate, boom. This crazy little black gate breaks open with all these orcs coming into his sister's school. That's some sketchy timing right there. You know something's up. So we know the system can make instant dungeons, but what about the randomly appearing ones? There's so many questions I have right now. Like, for real, who's that blonde guy and his companion? They're speaking in the tongue of monsters, right? They're speaking in monster language, and the dude can just straight up put to sleep and memory wipe all of those top A ranking hunters. Are those guys players in the system as well? So they're throwing around the term monarch with Sung Jin-woo now. So is there other players in the system, but they weren't blessed to the level of Sung Jin-woo, but maybe they had more knowledge about the system than Sung Jin-woo has? And did they get job titles? Were they able to do a job change like he did and become a necromancer? Or the Shadow Lord? Or whatever the heck he is now? The one who overcame adversity? Man, it's freaking sick, y'all. Let's see. Now that I think about it, yeah, Sung Jin-woo, he opened up a little black portal. He was able to slow down his vision and see when he was doing the shadow exchange, and he said it was a little black gate. This thing that popped up at the school is a little black gate. And a thing the blonde, not the blonde guy, but his companion, who put all those dudes to sleep, the thing he used to just dip, he just is like, hey, I gotta go, I'm dipping, boom, makes a little black gate. So these black gates are super suspicious, and this one has a ton of orcs coming out of it, and they're obviously low-level orcs coming out of it at first, I think. They don't seem very high level. So could there be a false ranker hiding in Jin Ah's school? Could there be a false ranker in Sung Jin-woo's sister's school? Look, we already know high schoolers can have awakenings. There was one on his raid team. That one girl, that underage chick who was, you know, trying to go on their raid team and all that. She was just sitting outside and all that, and the teacher had Sung Jin-woo talk to her about being a hunter, and then she quit hunting after she saw like what the red gate was like and all that stuff. So could there be a false ranker in there, and that's why the orcs are coming? that blonde guy and his companion are out hunting people who got some information or people who might become a threat to the monarch in the future. Oh, I don't know, but I want to know. I want to know so bad. That's how you know it's a good story. Let's see, anything else? That might be it. If you guys know the answer to these questions, give me some hints or something. So, yeah, maybe it's not about his sister at all, and maybe it's not a false ranker, but these orcs, they seem to be hearing the voice of kill humans. We learn that monsters in these random dungeons, they hear the voice in their head saying kill humans. Monsters in the instant dungeon hear the voice protect this place at all costs. And we found out that Jinwoo's shadows, they hear his command, but then they also hear an overriding voice. They can have an overriding command to protect the sovereign. A command that even overwrites his own original commands. So like, what if this Black Gate is like a system player controlling these orcs, or even demons or elves or whatever? Dude, I think the system picked Jinwoo though because he had a good heart. So it doesn't make sense that it'd want to make him become evil, but maybe it would make him want to have like a trial to test his heart or something. Because honestly, I have no idea, but I had so many questions, I wanted to get them out here, and maybe you guys would enjoy this video, and you guys could pick up this light novel and this manhwa. If you haven't read it already, I'm happy to recommend it to you. I would love it if you guys hopped in on the conversation, and if you've read it all, then don't give me spoilers, but give me some hints and stuff, or give me like, answer my question with a question or something to blow my mind. Man, because it's awesome. So, and it was crazy when he was in the demon castle and he was talking to that girl, that aristocrat demon. The system just overrided her voice, and it was like, nah, you've exceeded the limit of how much information you can get. And the dude's like, oh, you just messed up. Now I know you're sketchy. Now I know you're sketchy. And he's about to go back in that original dungeon, Katakuren Temple or whatever it's called. Oh, that's gonna be nuts. Alright guys, so my mind's blown. If you want to get in on the conversation, be my guest, and I'll see you after another couple chapters. Or whenever I get an answer to at least one of these questions. I know these are deep questions. They're going to have so many implications, so I'll make another video when I get an answer to one of these questions or multiple of these questions. So for now, I'm stoked. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you're not reading this, I suggest you go read it, and then you can catch up to me, and we'll have a good time. Alright, later!